What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the channel. Brian the Divine Healer here with you live. That's right. It's a little chilly out. Took my dog for a walk. Anyways, what's going on with you? Right? I'm about to shuffle these cards up real quick, get into your message, and we'll see what's happening with you guys today. Hope you're doing well. Had a good Monday, right? Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right, so get comfy, relax. Put your flip-flops on, your little booty socks, whatever you got going on. Crack this open here for you. All right, let's do it. First card out. Mark gets it. Oh, no. Well, we'll take the 4 cups. That'll be all right. Wasn't looking for that kind of energy right now, but that's what it is. You get the first card as your 4 cups. Let's see what that is all about. Okay, Queen of Cups. I'm just saying that some of y'all are definitely not, you're not feeling it, right? You're not feeling the love. You're not feeling emotionally satisfied, we'll say. Okay. I'm just going to leave those 2 there because it's, it's a little sad. Sorry, but let's get into your story here and see what's really going on here. 4 cups, Queen of Cups is not a good setup. All right. Well, these cards want to go out of order recently here, so I'm just going to take what falls out from now on. Okay. It's going to break my whole pattern, but, trying to do this ease up on the control thing. Okay. Well, now we have the 5 of Cups. What's going on with you? 4 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 5 of Cups. Something's going on. I can with the ninja. Hold on. Let me get that real quick. Way across the room, too. Well, damn. The Page of Cups. You're just all emotional, aren't you? And the 2 of Wands, okay? So this is what you got. Right there. Well, it's like this. It's like you could be very, very frustrated with the way people come to you, okay? Meaning you're this Queen of Cups energy. So you have a lot of emotions. You have a lot of, love and all that, kind-heartedness. And you're just really disappointed, frustrated with the way people give back that energy to you, which means they're only doing it a little bit, right? Page of Cups, it's a little bit. So they're not like you being the Queen of Cups where you're giving like all of your emotions or, things like that to other people, maybe even the love interest, right? And you're just not getting that reciprocated, right? So now with that 2 of Wands, you have a choice here. Okay, that's going to be something that hopefully will change this attitude. I know it's saddening. I know. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. Okay, yeah. So you have a choice to find some kind of peace. Okay, let this go, right? You have to use your mind to gain some kind of stability and just understand that people are just like that, okay? There's people that give their all. There's some people that just don't. And they take your all, whatever, And so this is what the realization is of what you have to decide, is to know that not everybody is a chump and going to just give you a little bit, right? Kind of like gaslighting you and stuff, that's what happens. It's definitely, I can feel your sadness, but let's keep going. Well, you're going to start putting that out. Yeah. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands in the house. Yeah, so you're going to start doing this pretty quickly, okay? Because it's very depleting when you give yourself emotionally and it's just not reciprocated, right? Through communication, through actions, whatever. You know what I mean? Send you a little card in the mail, something, All right. All right. It's about the communication is about with, collaborating with others. So it's like some people that you might be already invested in, you're going to have a conversation about being like, listen, I'm just putting in way more than you are. And it's not working for me. It's frustrating. I feel rejected, all these things, right? 4 cups, 5 of cups. It's kind of a lot of cups. So all your emotions are out here pretty strongly. All right. So it's going to be like 6 of cups. So some people you might just let go, right? 6 of cups, that's putting things in. Well, that's just, being nostalgic of past persons, whatever. But it's like you're going to put people that you've collaborated with that weren't giving you as much as you were giving them. Well, you're going to kind of put them in the past, and you're going to put a little check marks next to the name of who was more emotional towards you than others, and just have those good memories of those kind of people. But you're definitely starting to push people, I don't want to say behind you, but you're going to move past these people. Okay. And it's not going to be a huge falling out, right? It's not, because it is time to move on. See, it's this whole emotional kick that you're on that I'm feeling is strong, because you definitely have a lot of cups out here, and you feel empty around other people that just can't contribute emotionally as you do. So you're like, I gotta leave you behind. I'm sorry. I gotta put you in the past. I can't collaborate with this anymore because it's sucking my energy dry. Right? Right. Wow. This is kind of heavy for you guys. Big time. All right. And that is definitely certainly going to end your burdens here with the 10 of Wands. Okay. Tens of the completions. You're coming to the end of these burdens. And the burdens, obviously, I just was explaining to you. And so now there's going to be like this weight lifted off your shoulder. Yeah. Well, now, that's a turnaround. Not too bad. Okay. Page of Pentacles. We could deal with that. All right. So maybe, I don't know. I don't like to implant what I am picking up on the cards other than what the message is, meaning I don't want to give my verbiage into what I think it is, because I don't like to give advice during the tarot. It's just guidance. Okay. There's a big difference between that. Okay. So I don't like to insert myself into the readings in my opinions, but I knew it. See, victory. I was going to say you're going to be fine, right? I'm starting to say that. And you are, So it's like you're going to take your pentacle and you're going to go ahead and, just take it with you, right? So that pentacle is representing your stability. And your stability in this case is your emotions, okay? So you just take it, and that's going to cause you to have victory, because why? You're not going to feel rejected. You're not going to feel like less than because people are giving you less than. That is somewhat the peace that you find when you really say, okay, no hard feelings, but I got to keep going on, right? I want that 10 of Cups. I want that ultimate fulfillment, right? I don't blame you. And sometimes people are only in our lives for a season, right? King of Pentacles. Now you're going to be grounded, right? This is great. Maybe you'll find, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles with the 6 of Wands. Maybe you might find somebody that's definitely on your level. It doesn't have to be romantic. Obviously not. Could be work related, because a lot of us get drained at work because you got to pick up your coworker, your coworker's slack, and they're just like narcissists, and you're drowning in the whole shit. You know what I mean? Take it how it fits, right? Don't force it. Let's go. Here's your next card. Oh, snap. Queen. Oh, see, this is okay. Queen of Pentacles. So now we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles with the 6 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. You definitely take this as it fits. It could be switched, right? These roles means you could be dealing with somebody that's like this, or you're the one that's like this, right? But there is definitely some kind of offer, some kind of message being put out with victorious intentions and motives, and it's between a King of Pentacles, which now you went from the Queen of Cups to now the Queen of Pentacles, so you're matching this other person's energy. Why? Because they're on your level. Okay, that's some serious stuff right there. What is that? You have the Ace of Wands out here. That is like major. This is like an offer. This is an opportunity. This could also be a creative project. But this right here is, yeah, that's a lot of fire. That's a lot of passion, right? And that's, I don't know if it's this King of Pentacles that offers this or it's you, but somebody is on your radar for sure. All right. Well, now let's just throw all the deck out. We'll take these ones. Oh, look at the truth being told, sucker. What's this? Oh, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. What a dynamic duo already over here. Oh my God. 3. Okay. This is getting crazy. You have the truth coming out about a brand new opportunity, but it's with all these pentacles, because it switches from cups to pentacles, and you're going to meet a King of Pentacles who is now, you're going to match their energy because you can contribute just as much as they can. And it's dynamite because the truth is there is an opportunity for a project to come in that will bring you the 10 of Pentacles collaborating with this damn King of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I'm sure we'll come out next. But it all starts off with the Page, or actually the 3 of Pentacles over here. Wow, I've never had that much of a lineup before with so much stability with finances, for sure. So whatever this project is that you two are going to collaborate with this other person, it's going to really pay off. It's going to be the jackpot of jackpots. It's kind of like finding a spouse that you actually live with, obviously, but can work with. And it's fantastic, you know? Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Sorry I wasn't ignoring you in the comments, my friend. Hi. It's sad, though. Yeah. She was a narcissist. She's a demon. Oh, sorry, my friend. I wasn't meaning to laugh at that, but I can feel your pain with the idea of the demon people. Yeah. See if I'm talking to a Virgo. Oh, that's so cool. Pays attention to me. That's great. I love that for you. Congratulations. You know, you exercise the demons, right? That's funny. But yeah, wow. Okay. So this is very fitting for you then. Okay, this fits out perfect for you. Okay, so let me just grab more cards because I love how this is turned around from being a soggy diaper in your emotions to being like, whoa, jackpot. Thank you. And no worries. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Because I mean, unfortunately, there are a lot of demons out there, people that are blood-sucking vampires. Yeah. Okay, well, there's the tower. We just cause chaos to them, right? When we bring our light over to them and shatter their world. You know what I mean? And sure, it's going to hurt us that we have to go through losing somebody that we, had feelings for because they're a narcissist. Well, you just take that, put it underneath your belt, and you move on because you learn some skills about how to navigate through that narcissist. And that way, 1, you know the red flags, and 2, you know who to avoid, right? Right. So there's that tower. This bringing major change of stability to you right now. And it's so victorious. It's right under, yeah. Queen of Wands now. Okay, so now things are lit up. This project that whatever you guys are going to work on together, It's going to be so passionate. It's going to be so involved. It's going to be so creative. And um, it's almost like cool, calm, and collective feeling. That's what I get. Chill. Because if this person's an earth sign who's grounded in abundant, in whatever they built for themselves, you're matching their energy. So that is the cool and calm and collective. But the fire between you two with the Ace of Wands, the Tower, and now the Queen of Wands with the creativity smashed together, this is going to be like, what? How did this even happen? It just fell right into my lap. Because you were shuffling out people that you weren't feeling were on your level. And then, bam, somebody comes right in and they're definitely on your level. Holy crap. And that's Joe. Oh, dude, that is beautiful. Justice in the house with that judgment. So you deserve this. You deserve to find somebody that is on your level, that has the same ideas. You know, it's like when you guys chill, it's like you chill the same way. You know, you almost sit on the couch the same way, you toss your shoes off the same way, whatever, you know what I mean? And with that comfortability, there's an unlimited amount of resources for abundance when you guys put your two heads together because you're not going to clash. Wow. Wow, that's magnificent. Ah, baby. All right. That was kind of deep with a lot of clarity for sure. Wow. Yeah. And it's a sun card. Look at the happiness. Happy, shiny people over here. You know, that's so great. That's joy. That's happiness. That is definitely somebody for you for sure. Looks like you're going to get your happiness, right? Look at you ecstatic about it. King of Cups, Knight of Cups, I mean. Wow. That's interesting. I'm getting this youth kind of feeling with the Knight of Cups, obviously, because the king is, you know, obviously higher than the knight, but not as low as the page. Okay. So that's where I get the kid sense of feeling of the joy and the happiness and that carefree kind of feeling with the Knight of Cups and that sun when you get to be with this person. It's almost magnetic because obviously the sun's a little magnetic with gravity, you know? All right. Wow. You guys are lucky. Like, this is like great. You guys haven't had any really super fantastic readings in a minute, right? Yeah. It's hard to let her go, but I want her to be happy, and so should I give him a chance? Been pushing him away. Well, you know, that's going to be a tough one, my friend. You know why? Because pushing anybody away, sometimes we do those things prematurely because maybe we have different ways of thinking the way things should go, right? Meaning, one person could be like an everyday texter, be like, good morning, good afternoon, what you have for lunch, da da da, because they just have that in them. And the other person is not like that, right? They're just every once in a while, whatever. And so that situation right there could actually prematurely pull you away from something great, right? So I had spoken about this to somebody before, and if you want to be happy, you got to say what would make you happy. Okay, that's the hard part because then when we start talking about things that we want to make us happy, we start to feel selfish. And then it's like we start overthinking, like, is this person gonna, are they gonna be able to manage what I want for my happiness? Is it gonna be too much? Am I too overbearing? And then now here goes the overthinking. And now then when you start overthinking, your heart chakra starts changing, right? So I would say before you totally push it away, I would say test that spirit. And be like, what makes you happy? These are the things that I make. Have a conversation about it. I mean, that's the best. best way that I could see that you could eliminate any kind of what ifs and, oh, I should have done this and I didn't say that, and kicking yourself in the ass later when you had the chance. So just speak from the heart and let it rip, because one, you're going to be vulnerable for sure. Talking about our emotions is not fucking fun. It's not, because we fear rejection, we fear all these things. But when you have that strength and that courageousness, um, it does something. It really changes the dynamics, because then the other person could be like, oh my God, this person's actually like stepping up and they're like really telling me how they feel about shit, what they want. And now I'm like, now I'm put on the spot. Now I got to toe the line. So you're going to intentionally, by subconsciously, directly speaking how you feel about what you want, now pulling this person in or away, testing the spirit of how they feel about what makes them happy, to see if your guys are in true alignment. So I definitely say we give it a chance in that form of communication, right? Because there's nothing better than facts, because the facts is the damn truth. And if you know that you like to, I don't know, pick your nose and wipe it on the couch, whatever. That person might not, okay? They might do the same thing. Who knows? But in this reading, it looks like you guys both pick your nose and wipe it on the couch, okay? That's funny. But yeah, I think that's the best approach, right? Communication is very key in anything, in any damn thing, right? We can't do what we're doing if we didn't have communication. So you have no idea what I'm talking about, because we wouldn't be talking unless communication did exist. And it has to exist for reasons of those specific kind of events. It's just the hard events that we go through. Well, then we pull the plug and we're like, I don't want to deal with my emotions, because maybe you're afraid. Maybe you're afraid this person is the best thing for you since sliced bread. And you've never had that experience. And you're like, fuck, what am I going to do? Because now I got to tell how I truly, brutally, honestly feel. And that's the best way, my friends, to find out what is the best for you. I'm torn because one's in Ohio and the other one's in Utah. Long distance relationships, struggle. I feel that for sure. But that it's just a thing. It's just a thing. I knew 10 years ago, and he's the rare texter. Started pulling my energy. Well, because you're matching his energy, right? If you weren't texting as much, because he's not that much of a texter, plus the long distance, it's kind of defeating right there. Okay, the distance is one, defeating for two. If you're not getting that constant communication, because it's somehow giving you that sense of security because of the distance, at least you have that security with the text all the time. When you're not getting that shit, well, then you feel abandonship, right? But then the Virgo comes in. Okay, I'm ready. What's up, bro? Yeah, come on in, man. Glad you up in here. Aloha. Do you have your salad and shit? That's funny. Yeah. Okay. So you dig it what I'm talking about, right? So unintentionally, the relationship could get ruined because one is the distance that's so disheartening. And for two, you're not getting that constant communication. That's more dishearteningness. Because if you're going to start a relationship with somebody, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great. Infused. Nice. He's got my straight spring water. Yeah. So that distance can be the killer, right? But you have to say, listen, if we're going to start something, I need to know things about you. So if we go to date and make this work, I got to know your favorite colors. I got to know your music. I got to know all this stuff about you. And if you're throwing random texts every once in a while, well, then I know you're preoccupied. If you're not preoccupied, then you must not think about me or feel about me the way that I do, because you're not showing me by our communication skills, knowing there's a distance. And you should be like, good morning text, and how was your afternoon, blah, 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 just to naturally feel somebody's going to feel reassured. If you're invested, then you're going to make the other person think, well, they're not throwing down, so now what are they dipping out on me and shit? You know what I mean? And all this weird stuff starts happening, and that's when we pull the plug, right? So get together what you want, truthfully, spit that shit out. They either hook it or they don't. you put in your requests for what you want. Like, because of the distance, I need more communication. And then obviously we can balance that out when we get to have that distance narrow and we get to come together. And somebody will definitely appreciate that. And then, like I said, you're kind of putting them on the spot to really now tell them or tell you how they feel, right? So then you can weave your little, your nice little web together, right? Yeah. All right. So Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. That's crazy. That was a gem for you, my friend, by the way, Kristen. Yeah. If you can't communicate, have trust, honesty, loyalty, and then right, exactly, right. That's exactly right. But you got to make it known that you want that loyalty, you want that trust, because if you don't lock that in to say, listen, I'm head over heels for you, okay? And I know we're like fucking 1,900 miles away. And I know you're so busy that you don't got time to be jocking on the phone. I get that. But you got to bring the security to me and say, yes, I am busy. Yes, we are at a distance. Yes, I want you the same way you want me. That will automatically lock that trust and loyalty in. So then you don't have to stress about, well, why isn't this person texting me? And all this other garbage that we just dive in the deep end with. And it's natural and normal, but it just ruins things, I think, a lot when you don't speak about these kind of things. And if this person is important to you, well, then shit, what can't you not talk about? I think you should be able to talk about everything underneath the sun. That's the way I am. I mean, I like to talk, and it just keeps going. And I consider myself a giant run-on sentence. But hey, you know what? I'm not grammatically correct when I text because I got giant ass thumbs that I always mess up the text messages, have to backspace, autoplay, all this crazy shit. All right, but that's what you got to do. Oh, you're welcome. You guys are awesome. I love it. I love my family. All right, let's jump back into this. Yeah, that was a free little gem, right? I love throwing up gems to my family members, right? Because it's support. We need to support each other in this way. And, I love the tarot, but to me, it's kind of getting a little bit stale because it's so damn played out. It's like everybody and your mother's over here trying to do tarot now and shit's jocking all over TikTok. And, oh my God, right? So it's just kind of getting a little bit too much. A little bit. Just keeping it real. Got to communicate with y'all, right? But there's that chariot coming in. So this is definitely divinely driven. You're definitely guided to go towards this person, my friend. And it's so weird how this weirding just got sucked into you, all right? That's awesome. I only like you too, my friend. You're fantastic, right? I mean, I don't have a lot of big supporters because I have, obviously thousands of subscribers, but only a rare few little group that really, throws down in the communication skills, right? And I really appreciate that, right? That's value, right? That's trust, that's loyalty, that's giving back. And that's how it should be, right? I really feel that way. All right. So that chariot's on the table for you for this great, successful, forward dividedly guided movement. Seeing when 800. Wow, that was a long time ago, my friend. And I'm not in competition with anybody but myself. But I commend other readers that came in after me and have more than me, and even the seniors that are on there that should probably be retired by now. I give everybody their props because the way I had to start looking at it was this. Like I was just discussing about the communication with the select few in the subscriber group. That's the real family. It's the core of it, right? Right. Deserving. Exactly. Right. So that is the deserving part. You give to me, I give to you. That's how it is. Right. And it's like, okay, that's great. Now that I understand that not everybody is for this channel. They're not. Not meaning that I'm going to be butthurt because they're not watching my stuff. It's just more of separating the wheat from the chaff. Okay. And that's the way I really had to go into this with all these stupid numbers being manipulated and shit like that. So, it's more to me. It's like that. What is that? From the Fockers. What do they call it? The circle of trust. Yeah. I like that part because it's small, it's secure, and it just makes you feel so much more value in everything. Right now, I don't want millions of people that just half-ass look at my shit. I want somebody that's devoted to look at the whole thing. You know what I mean? And that's the value, right? So that throws down the communications and and other subscribers helping other subscribers through their stuff through the chat. Love it. That was like one of my goals, was to have not only you guys interact with me and me with you, but you with them and them with you. Okay. Because we all need each other in some kind of way. And you don't want to believe it. Well, I'm sure there's a channel that'll tell you something different. But there's your faith. That's what it all boils down to, faith. So, my friend, this one is going to be definitely, like I said, a higher level commitment where you're going to feel like this person's on your level. You can throw down as much as they can, and no one's bitching at each other. You both pick your nose the same way. You know what I'm saying? It looks really good. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you. I really thank you for being one of the day ones. I consider that, right? And in it for the winning, right? In it for the long term. And I can really say appreciate that. And if I could do more, I could, but I'm just a one-man band here. And it really sucks that my competition, who's not my competition, my coworkers, they have like teams, and they have like tech people that do all their shit for them. And they just get to just do this part. And then the rest, all the nuisance shit goes to the other people. And that's where it holds me up, because if somebody's not messing with my Wi-Fi, I can usually get these videos out pretty quick, within 10 minutes after making it, editing it, and then getting into the upload. But the creative side of the editing is, I do the intros, outros, I do the little funny shit in the middle and stuff like that. It takes a minute, right? So sometimes a 16-minute video is going to take really an hour and a half. Seriously, it's that long, right? And then I got to wait for the upload and all that. It's just a process. So with that being said, I wanted to clarify something real quick with y'all, because I've noticed a lot of my subscribers, not a lot, I just say a few. We'll say a few. I don't want to call anybody's name out. We won't be that Queen of Swords, right? Some people are like, well, it's been like 2 weeks since I haven't heard of a Sagittarius Capricorn Cusp reading, and I'm just happening to be one of those. So where's your readings? And I'm like, listen, for one, it's my channel. For two, it's at my own pace. For three, spiritually, you're not going to suck me dry. So I'm sitting here like a bag of bones, can't use my intuition because you milked me for 8 videos in 2 days. I can't. I'm not selling out for nobody, because people want to what? Use their monetization to get the money through this shit, because you're trying to get more subscribers, you're trying to get more time added up to the belt, which equals more money. You can keep all that. Y'all got YouTube pays me fucking peanuts. Like, I work at a circus, I probably get better results. Straight up, seriously. Because they don't like my realness. They don't like me trying to help you be on your level to be the best you can be. They don't like that shit. They want you in fear, watching the other fucking clowns sitting there like, oh my God, they're definitely talking about me. Thank you for the fireworks. I lit that shit up. I love it. You guys are awesome. Okay, that was a small little 4th of July right there. Boom, boom in your face. That's a boom, boom, pow. Yeah, see, temperance, baby. It's all about balance. Did I tell you, you guys are going to be on that same level, picking your nose and all that other good stuff the same way? That's the temperance. You guys are going to be so balanced. And this is kind of getting to be repetitive because it's still like the same outcome. Straight up. It is, right? So let's just, we'll just wrap this up here. We'll just keep chit-chatting a little bit. You guys want to throw up in the comments like you guys have been. Patience definitely is a virtue, my friend. And nowadays, I don't even think people understand what the definition of virtue means. Never mind patience, okay? Because patience, now I got to go get some ADHD medicine because I have no patience, right? Well, that just means your parents never whooped your ass to stay still. That's all patience is. When you don't have any patience, you can't sit still. Your motor's going, it's running, right? And when you just sit on your ass and wait for things to happen, well, then now you're developing the patience, but also you're losing that control issue. So it's like a 2-for-1 deal, right? And so things take some time to learn, but we learn from other people. And if we're not all on the same page to kind of have that same general basic morality, like, I'm not going to kill anybody, I don't want to lie to anybody, I don't want to hurt anybody, like those basic things, I think that's where we all got lost somehow. It is. Right. Right, not wrong. Yeah. Chill and mellow is the best way, man. It really is. Because what's the sense of getting all huffy? Okay? Shit ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. We throw in our emotions and those kind of things, then we just make it worse. We make it worse. But if we don't throw emotions in, we're just straight logic. Well, now you're insensitive, and now you can't really portray how you feel to the other person. Right? It's just a nightmare how people just can't be so authentic to be like, look it, hi, I pick my nose and I wipe it on my couch sometimes because I'm a lazy turd and I don't want to get up and blow my nose. For me, anybody digging in their nose close to it, whatever, I'm like, bull. If I got to, I'm running to the bathroom, got toilet paper, like hanging out both sides. You know what I mean? Making sure there ain't no little dangly, right? It's just embarrassing for me and kind of gross, right? But nonetheless, yeah, that's from childhood. I understood where that came from real quick, right? I'll tell you a little story. It's probably like in fourth grade. I remember, those bars that just kind of come out of the ground and was like a half square, whatever. And the kids would just swing on them. They put their knees on, swing upside down, right? Yeah, well, I was probably like, I don't know, 6 or whatever, 7. And this kid in the playground in the recess, I guess he had the flu or some shit, right? Because he was on there upside down. And when he was hanging, he had this long green gross out, long green snot hanging from his nose when he was upside down, ready to do a cherry bomb. And it just was swinging with him. And when I seen that, boy, I was just like, nope, totally turned off. And so that got fried in my brain. So anybody that's got anything remotely close to a cliffhanger, I'm like, right. So yeah, you got to get through your childhood a little bit too to understand how you feel about yourself. True that. And then when you do that, you'll understand where things are coming from, right? You're going to know how you tick a little bit, because I hate to tell this to y'all, but you're your own person, but you're not, because you forget you are a mini me. So your parents had their ways. So your little mini Venus watched them in a subconscious way to now when you get older, you're going to do some of the same shit that they were doing. Yeah. Tell me how about that for some psychological thinking? We are determined by what we see. We are programmed in that sense, right? We are. We learn from demonstration. Okay. So we see things and we imitate them. Look at TikTok. It's just full of that shit, right? I mean, I jump into it because some of those, voiceovers or whatever, they have a very cool, very specific, very something that I'm looking for to say kind of message, right? And so when you go that way, it doesn't mean you're a copycat, right? And screw me trying to explain what this video means to 5,000 turds that don't even understand it because they're calling me an old man. Well, then now you don't deserve the explanation because obviously you didn't get the message, but thanks because you looked at my video. So we got to have those kind of mentalities to break off our emotions and to turn them on. And it's so hard because that's the worst. I really feel our emotions are like our worst enemies. I really do. They get in our way, stop us from doing the best things that we can. And sometimes we miss out on great opportunities because of those emotions. Right. So I'm here to promote free emotional boundaries in my chat. If you're going to be a turd, well, then you can't be allowed to participate. Okay. So you go in the timeout corner, we'll put the dunce hat on you. And then when you're ready to come out and be a big boy or big girl, now you can join society and we can have decent conversations that actually get somewhere. And that's why I don't think that a lot of these higher ups or even my coworkers, they love my shit, but they won't admit it. Because why? They see what goes on. They see the intuition. They see me putting that light, that energy out to y'all because you guys are sending your bad signals to me. And I'm like, okay, well, let's chat about it, right? Just go and smoke. Exactly. Mind your own business. Bro, you have no idea how many times I want to be like, listen, motherfucker, you need to mind your business, okay? I'm all nice. I'm a ray of sunshine. I'm a happy, positive person because I came a long way from choking a motherfucker out. Seriously. I lived in the projects. It's probably like one of the only white kids in my neighborhood. Swear to God, my high school was majority. So I'm growing up that way. I learned from demonstration that way, right? I have no problem with throwing hands, right? To 2 or 3, y'all. I don't have no problems with that because getting jumped in the neighborhood 2 blocks from your house, that shit happens, right? So I had to learn from that. You're so right, my friend. Oh my God. Yeah, see, great minds think alike. Thank you, my brother. Yeah. So I learned along the way that sure, it might feel really good in the moment to knock somebody's teeth right out. Okay. Don't run away. I'm not talking about the violent part. I'm just talking about that satisfaction, a feeling of ending whatever problem, issue that was there that needed that kind of result. Right. But that's a little immature in our emotional standpoint because just in that second when you knock them out, well, then you have that second of gratitude. But then now a whole bunch of other shit comes like, oh my God, now I got to pay for this kid's hospital bills. Sue me. So now you just tacked on like 20 more emotions to just get that one satisfactory emotion. And that I learned doesn't work. It doesn't, right? It doesn't. So when we talk about transmuting energy, okay, I really learned how to do that perfectively during 2020. So 2020, the COVID time, and my mother died during that time. My brother died during that time. Right after COVID, my cousin died. What? It was rough. I was angry, mad. My neighbor pissed me off real quick. I want to smash that person right to the next universe. Just because he looked at me sideways, pissed me off. I wasn't being able to channel my emotions correctly, right? So I had to learn in some way of just all of a sudden getting a slap in the back of the head from the divine saying, this is how you got to be. So it took me to a moment back in my marriage where I was really pissed at my ex-wife. And I was a mechanic back then. And so in that thought process of being so angry, but being at work and couldn't do shit about it, I was like digging the engine and getting the parts and I'm just getting at it. And what would be like a 2-hour job was really like now 10 minutes. See where I'm going? So your dad died. I'm sorry about that, bro. Yeah. See, you're right in the same boat with me, right? It's tough. It's tough. It's like a triple decker when you get smacked in the face like that. Right. So then you're going to like, well, how am I going to deal with that shit? And it's one after another. And that just brings everything up. Right. So that moment of bringing me back to my ex-wife, bring me back to now the COVID idea of the triple threat. And then plus I was engaged and she was like, what? I forgot. I'm like, fucking 2 years of this and you forgot. Yeah. And so that slap in the back of the head turned me to now use that energy constructively. Okay. I'm good at a lot of shit. I mean, I might not be the best card shuffler. Okay. I've practiced a lot of my life. Still can't get it right. But there's a ton of shit that I can nail first time without even reading instructions. Right. So I was musically inclined as a child. Right. So then I wanted to get a drum set again because I was in a band a long time ago, blah, blah, blah. Right. So then as an adult now, 2020, I'm like, I'm getting a drum set. Right. And oh boy, it sure did F you up. I know, my brother. Right. Not a good scene. Not a good scene for me. Nothing was working for me. Nothing was just, it was bad. Right. But I'm getting to the way we kind of get through these things. So I got a drum set. Right. And I already knew how to play. So when I got mad, don't you think I beat the hell out of them son bitches? I mean, not for like 10 minutes. I'm talking like 2, 3, 4 hours. Boom. And guess what? Now that I'm releasing all that energy in a positive way, I also was working out. Drumming's hard, man. You're like all over the place. Right? Right. And so that was one way. Okay. And I was like, this is working, but shit, I don't want to be aloof right now. Okay. I love the crematory. I got the news. Wow, that's literally like right on top of each other, my friend. I'm so sorry for that. I really am. That's but on the flip side of that sadness, they're in a way better place, bro, and they're way having more fun. You know that, right? Yeah. So we'll just leave that there because they're now sitting there watching their movie of you up there with their popcorn and shit. Okay. That's how I really feel. Sometimes when I was taking a piss, I always thought my grandmother was hovering over me. It was freaking me out. Right. Yeah. So when the drums started getting to be not enough, because it was just too much other emotions that wasn't feeling the need of being satisfied through the drums, I had to look for another way. So I was just randomly scrolling the tube, like it's TV and shit, and I found this this channel that did this kind of, it's called what is it? Fluid art. Okay. And it's this special type of acrylic paint mixed with glue, and you do all these cool things. You put layers of the paint in the cup, you pour it, and then you can just take the canvas and move it, and it makes these really cool designs, right? With the paint, because it moves around and shit. And you get really creative with different tools to use to make some different cool flowers and stuff, right? So I was like, that's badass. Okay. So then in my anger moments, I would go ahead and buy all the paint and try to get an idea of what I wanted to make in that moment of feeling that energy, because you need to transfer that energy. Okay. The anger, the sadness, the depression, the anxiety, all that shit stays in your body, in your chakras. Hello, people. Your chakras. Those are like dumpsters, okay, for the energy, right? And so it gets to build up and build up and build up. That's what we call resilience. That's what we call tolerance, okay? You're welcome, my friend. I appreciate you for sharing that honesty and that truth, because, people do need to know that, sure, that we might look like we're doing good, but we might be suffering. Okay. And to share that kind of thing, to let other people know, to say, hey, you're suffering too. So it's okay here, right? This is a safe place, a safe space. We don't have jerk offs trying to heckle you like other channels and shit, because we don't allow that. Okay. That's not how family works. So I really honor that, my friend. That's pretty great of you to come out here like that. It's fantastic, right? So I was making a ton of paintings, and I'm telling you, first time go, the bomb. Yeah, I made, I don't know, like 12 paintings. I got all stupid and was like, let's get it, right? Because I did good, and I was like, wow, this is great. So let me do better. Let me do better. Let me do better, right? Because that's always what you want to do. Yeah. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you being out here, my friend. Take it slow, right? Aloha, baby. Yeah. So transmuting that energy was now taking that anger, that sadness, the depression, and putting it into that canvas and working that and making it work, and then being like, look at my emotion. That's what my anger looks like. And I was like, this is crazy. I wonder what my love looks like. Okay. So then I just evolved that. And, I'm still looking for different ways for different things, because you do run out. All right, my friend. You take care. Peace out, my friend. Enjoy your night. Be blessed. Be brave. I'll see you again, my friend. Thanks. Yeah. So Transmutation of energy is you got to release that energy out of your chakras. Okay. Here's a classic example. Kids under 18, block your ears if you're in here, but you're probably hearing worse in school. Okay. So, like this, your sacral chakra, that is your sexual energy. Okay. Let's just get right into it. It's probably good and tame for a minute. Let's say a week, whatever. I don't know your tolerance, whatever. Chill, baby. So then all of a sudden, on the 5th day, you're like horny. You're like, oh my God. Right? So what do? You try to ignore it. But that horny button stays on. So you might be able to stop thinking about it for an hour, but then there's a glitch in some kind of your world where now there's a TV commercial with something that was attractive to you, and now puts you back in that state of thought. And it'll stay on alert till you do something about it, which is relieving that energy sector, your sacral chakra. So then either you do your own thing or you go grab your honey, you do a little two-stepping, you know what I mean? Then now all of a sudden you empty that dumpster and now you can go another 5 days, whatever. I don't know your schedule. You know what I mean? Chill, baby girl, chill. It's okay. So that is also a way to think about with your energy needs and your emotional needs of just everyday life, right? Because it all gets stored in our body. Why? Because it's energy and we are energy receptors, right? And so it gets to a point where it gets full. You got to do something about it, right? You have a gallon of water and you keep pouring water in it. It's not going to hold after a certain amount of time. It's all going to come running out. Pardon the pun, right? Can't. So you get it, right? So yeah, what a fantastic conversation, right? So, be bold, be brave, step out of that fear, tell people what you feel like. But honestly, because you'll never know how it could be. And you don't want to live with regret or sorrow or the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. So put it out on the line. Who cares? You know what? People say, well, that doesn't make me happy. And it makes you happy, so this ain't going to work. Well, at least you know that you didn't have to go to that level, lower vibration of that person not saying how they feel. You're going with them and doing whatever, and then later on you feel that they didn't give two shits about you the whole damn time, which is going to make you feel worse. Now you're going to be spiteful and revengeful because you're like, why don't you tell me you could give two shits 2 months ago? I wouldn't even try or kept trying, right? So it just changes the dynamics. It makes it either worse or better, but nonetheless has to be said. Yeah, I got feelings for you, but these are the kind of restraints or stipulations or concessions, if you like, right? Oh, so needs to be released. So channel it to something. Yes. Very much so, Kristen. Very much so. Straight up. Thank you. You're amazing. Yeah. So find something, right? Find something that's going to help you transmute that energy, right? Other people that are more through those levels, they're a little bit higher vibing. They can just transmute that energy by flipping the switch in their brain. Meaning, if you're an emotional roller coaster and you take your emotions out of that scenario, when you flip the switch and you go straight logic, well, now you're going to be looking at all of the things of the pros and the cons. And a logical King of Swords kind of mentality where it's the straight truth. You ain't getting around it. You can't deny that if you two live in two different states, that's not a factor. Okay, so when you pull your emotion out of that, oh, I'm never going to see him. And oh, when we can see, pull that out and say, okay, there's exactly 700 miles between us. Now, is it worth me driving 5 hours to go see this person? Or however many hours? because I'm getting a random text every once in a while. So now how are they going to really contribute when we're face to face? That would be the logic. That's the pros and the cons. Yes, it makes so much more sense. Yes, thank you for sticking up for me like that, right? Uh, well, I mean, it is difficult. It is, especially when you really have feelings. It's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So we have this division within ourselves that either makes us or breaks us. Depends on which side is strongest that takes the lead, right? But I definitely say give both sides a shot. Feel how you're going to feel, right? But then think and do that pros and cons checklist. Seriously, in your mind, just be like, okay, it's a good person. He looks good. She smells good. She can cook. Those are like 4 things that are already positive compared to the 700 miles away. Okay. Then you get into that kind of mentality. Well, now you're on the pro side and the con side. And then you say, well, if I really did move there, there could be more opportunity for me. I could make more money. Just it starts building off of that momentum. You push in that direction of breaking it up that way. Okay. Because your emotions are never going to change until you start thinking differently. It's so true. So true. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. But hey, my friends, that's about it. I think my dog's got to go out. She's got to go potty. Yeah. So I'm going to let you guys go. You guys are fantastic. Kristen, all my friends, everybody up here, I really appreciate y'all coming out. Thanks for spending this hour with me, chilling. Hope you enjoyed your reading. Hope you got some good advice. And hey, you know what? Be blessed. It's only Monday. You got the rest of the week to look forward to. So enjoy it, my friends. You deserve it. Peace and you pray. You do it every day. I'll definitely see you, my friend, on the next one. See you later. I'm out.